Hello, everybody. This is Dragma here, and I am back. Sorry for the mayhem. My one phone decided to die, but I'm actually thinking about getting a tarantula sooner or later. Okay, so and the last time it died off, we were gonna take this lovely big cricket and feed it to Vulcan. Vulcan is my large male praying mantis that preys on the likes of lovely creatures. So we are not gonna feed him like this. We are actually gonna open his cage. We are going to set him just like this. Whoop! Hi there, Vulcan. How you doing? Come on. Yep, yep. Yep, yep. Good boy. This is Vulcan. He decided to say hi instead of eat, but that's okay with me. Vulcan is a he is an Ohio species of praying mantis, basically United States praying mantis, which there are over 400,000 different types of praying mantis. So the myth of them endangered is actually a big myth. He responds to love and calls. Oh, puppy, you love being called on. Okay, we are actually gonna get him. Alright, guys. We're actually. Oh, I only have this much percent. Whoa. Okay, so what's going on now is I'm going to transfer him off my arm back into his cage where he belongs. Where he fully belongs. And he fertilized on his cage. That's pretty. See where he fertilized, it's dark. But let's see if he'll eat. That's my question. Will he eat? Will this behemoth creature eat? Come on, you gonna eat? Nobody's attacking it though. So what I'll do is I'll set it in here for him. Actually, no, I won't do that. I won't set it in there. If he doesn't want to eat, I wouldn't doubt it if he doesn't want to eat. I fed him a big juicy cricket and a caterpillar a few days. Actually. So if we come over here, I have a terrarium literally right here. I have a filter with a pond, different things. I'm actually going to take this cricket. We're going to put it back because it's very lucky to live. Put it back in its cage. So now we're going to put that over here. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to disarm that, which makes it only 7% battery. I'm going to transfer over here to a lovely little thing of transportation. Sorry, guys. Of course, I have my phone on the charger. But I made this. There's stagnant moss, fiber moss. It's meant for Bob and Lucky. Lucky is my three-legged bullfrog. When she was born and raised in this cage, like this was a fish tank at once. Then she got transferred into let's see, which cage was she in? She was in. Well, she was originally in that cage. Actually, she was transferred into that cage. Then she got transferred into that cage. And that cage, they got transferred into this after I moved all my fish. Because I only had like 6 fish in here. And this is too big for minnows. Way too big for some minnows. So I stuck them down in the big tank with 2 Picassomuses, a silver dollarfish, and a whole bunch of other fish. But if you come over here, you got Bob, which is my Brazilian little toad. It is actually a leopard toad, and it just pissed on me. Bob! But Bob is a good frog. Bob's a good girl. Actually, I don't know the sex of it, but Bob is a good toad. Bob's a good toad. We're going to stick Bob in the water so I can wash my hands in the water. Because the water is actually filtrated. The water is filtrated by a 4x4 power pump, which is transferred to here. I can actually take this and I can transfer the size of the water, so I can make it dripple like this, or I can full out thrust it basically like this, which actually I'm going to keep it like that. I like that water flow better than the original one. I have I have just regular plants that you get outside, and then I have hostas. These are hosta plants, which produce lovely little flowers. Then my cats and dogs break off my one tree, so I stuck it in here. Hopefully it's growing roots. I'm not sure if you'll be able to see Lucky, because she hides a lot. Like a ridiculously amount, which I'm actually going to just move the logs so you guys can see her. She is a very, very picky frog. Come on, Lucky. Come on. Good girl. She is literally a 3-legged bullfrog. She was a very tiny bullfrog. Actually, she's really fat for her size, actually. Also very slippery. If you get bullfrogs, make sure they have both legs. I can't grab her. But yeah, she's only a couple months old, but I make sure one of my fish actually decided to eat her leg, which I was actually planning on. I had 9 bullfrogs like this. I was actually raising and releasing baby bullfrogs into the environment to help their population that they need in a certain population over here. And I was getting ready to release her because she was getting her legs and her tail was gone. The next day when I went to come and grab her, as well as her little sister, both of them had defects. So I kept them, but when I found Lucky, I was actually going to release Lucky for the longest time. I was actually going to release her because she's supposed to be out in the wild, but unfortunately, plans have changed, and boom, she's been mine for a while, but I got the hospice, I got flowers growing. That plant right there is a Truivis. I can't say its scientific name, but it's a spade vine. It's called a spade vine. The heads on it look like spades. See? The spades, you can see them right here. That's a spade vine. When I make my own soil, which it actually brought this dead plant back to health. It's about 3-4 years old. I have the heat lamp in here to sustain the heat and the of humidity to keep these plants alive, that plant alive, and the moss, and also make it better environment for little moss plants to grow, for the frogs, so they can hunt more. Because I throw crickets in here, and the crickets eat the dead plants, which actually I throw in that bucket. Which actually I need to turn that light off. And this light, because it is nighttime and they need to sleep. So what I do now is I transfer over. That's all I have in my room, actually. I thought I had more. Well, if I had my wolf spiders, I used to have wolf spiders. Oh, I did make this. I did make this a long time ago, but I didn't do it on video. I wish I did, but I didn't have a YouTube 3 years ago. Just started off hardest the best as my best, as well as my cricket farm. I am trying to breed field crickets, which are the big black mole crickets, is what people call them. Which actually they need water. Which I'll just come over here, grab this. Now just fill that up for them. Because there's a crap ton of crickets in here. I mean a crap ton. So I'm actually going to fix their bedding. Actually fix their holes. Which literally you just do this. Flip over. That goes there. Make sure everything's there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this. And I'm going to spray down the cage. Which makes it very moist for the animals. And also humidifies where their eggs are going to lay. Where their eggs are going to lay is something very important for cricket development. Especially if you're trying to breed and raise your own crickets. That's harder and especially since these are wild crickets and they usually don't breed till fall time. But they are cannibals. They will eat their own young. With no doubt about it. Actually, let's see where Vulcan's at. He's right here. Vulcan's right there. I'm actually going to check this. Sorry, Cricket. It's your bad day. Maybe Vulcan's in the mood now to feed. Because Vulcan hasn't eaten, and Vulcan's probably hungry. And he knows this is not feeding area. So now, here comes feeding area, which is where light is. Which I'm going to spray right there so I can get the nasty stuff. This cricket right now is having pulses. Saying, please don't feed me to the praying mantis. Okay, I'm going to have to swap the camera. So you guys can see me for about 4.5 seconds so I can grab this cricket. What we're going to do is we're going to cut that. We're going to basically give him a little treat. Hopefully he's hungry. Which is a good thing, hopefully. So right there's Vulcan. Step 1, cricket. Step 2, feed the praying mantis. What he'll do is he'll look at it. So I'm going to tilt it this way. Yeah, he's a very healthy boy. Chill your tits. It's only food. He does this once in a blue moon. If up there he goes. Thank you. There he goes, everybody. There's the Vulcan that we need to feed. So now I'm gonna light. And see, now he has it. Now he's looking straight at us like, really? You fed me this and now you're gonna record me? That's his face. Which I'm actually going to disarm without him disturbing that. I'm going to close up this door. Once he realizes it's safe, he'll eat everybody. Oh, so you're not going to how you eat? Huh? Come on, Vulcan, eat. Yep, there he goes, everybody. That's a pretty prey, everybody. And he will devour the whole entire thing. He will literally devour every last inch of that, which is actually very cool on my behalf, because he does a good job at devouring his food. When he devours his food, he slowly eats his prey alive on certain spots. What he's going to do is he's devouring the middle, which is basically his front paws of the cricket, devouring every single part of that cricket with no mercy. Of course, I can't imagine being eaten alive. That must suck on that creature's behalf. But my praying mantis is pretty much healthy. I want to get him a female, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to substantial breed, which is let him mount her and watch carefully. So if she decides to try to eat him, I can step in the boundaries and feed her a cricket. Because I don't want my pretty male that I raised to be a hand feeder from me to go down the drain. I've had him for now almost a couple months now. The original praying mantis I had, unfortunately, satisfyingly died, but I do collect. These are all the creatures I had. I gotta get a what's those I gotta get a tack board so I can tack them together on the board and put the date and month and stuff like that they died and how old they were. Because I am going into entomology, which is the study of bugs. I'm going to entomology, which is study of bugs, herpetology, study of reptiles, entomology, study of plants. Plants, reptiles, and reptiles, plants, and bugs is what I'm going to study. Basically, environmental stuff. Stuff that can help. I already know his boundaries. I'm still learning hers because I don't know much about an orbital weaver spider, which is very pretty but very scary. She can actually put me in the hospital. I know his boundaries because he feeds from my hands. He doesn't like me as much, but he still feeds from me. This one, he likes the attention. He loves it. Then we got the rodents, blah blah blah. I learned the snakes' boundaries. They get very antsy when they get food, when they don't get food, literally. Crickets, I know their boundaries. Frog, the toad likes me. The bullfrog doesn't. I've had the bullfrog longer than the toad. The toad was hand caught wild and shipped to me so I can get it. A friend caught it for me. But when I seen it, it wasn't a regular toad. Regular toads are more of a brown. They're more of a brown and lighter tan. This is a leopard printed toad, which is very uncommon to see in toads. See, I have his water dish right here, which actually can probably be dumped and filled up. Which I gotta move all the way back here to grab the water. I do this all the time with my creatures. It is some people, yes, when I get a tarantula, it is some people say it's necessary for a water dish. If you guys don't know who Dark Den is, he has hundreds of spiders. He was the one who get my wolf spiders, but I was thinking about asking him if he can ship a tarantula, because I got permits for it, for the shipping cost and stuff like that, to be shipped over to the United States. Of course, he lives in all the way in the eastern seaboard, so it's gonna cost a lot. But I'm gonna ask him if he can ship tarantula over here to the United States, because I would like to have a peltator one of those. The calmer spiders he has is what I want. Of course, look at that devouring body. Oh god. I would not like to be on the other end of that. That is just horrifying. Jesus. But at least I know I take care of my animals with respect. I do have a cat outside waiting for me, but I can't leave this open. So I'm going to come over here. I'm going to lock that because I do not want him escaping, and I put it on backwards. Fudge. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to set you guys right there so I can do this. I put on his door backwards. If the door is, see how the door is? The door shouldn't be facing this way. The door should be always facing upward if it's an arboreal species, so you can open it up like this. If the door is facing this way, it's harder to keep it open and feed your pets. This cage is also, actually, before I put it on, I'm going to spray that. I'm going to rub it down with the one thing. Actually, I need to grab I had a toothbrush that I don't ever use because it was used in bleach. This is the toothbrush I use to clean up the animals, cages, and everything else. But yeah, if you guys want me to get an ant colony, I'll start one up, but I don't know how it's going to go. That's the world of ant life. Let's see, I'm just going to clean his front cage piece. Clean the front cage with the toothbrush, because it's very, very vital to keep a praying mantis's cage clean. For one reason, it's healthier for him or her, all depends on what type of species you got, female or male. The difference you can tell a female and a male, if you don't know what a female praying mantis looks like, it is a brown. It's more of a, hold on. I have a piece of. It's more like this color. A female is more like this color. If you don't, and the male is more bright green than a female. So, and the females are bigger than the male. So the female will probably get as big as this. The male is not even this big. This right here used to be my snake box, where I take the snake skin and put it stuff somewhere. But I don't have that no more right there because the snake skins are in a different container. Which actually, I'm going to fix his one bolt cage up where it's nice and neat because I don't want to make it ruin. We're going to properly put the cage tip on because this right here is the top half, which makes it like that. I make sure I take care of my creatures, which in about, I would say in about a week or so, once these guys get fed, which is this Thursday, I'll do a cage cleaning out of this cage, the crickets, the spider. I hate the spider, but it's going to have to happen. She is not a very nice spider, I can tell you that. Every single time I usually open that door, she is flying out there trying to bite me. She is probably one of the most meanest, evil spiders I've ever met. I can't even get near. Oh, hi there, baby. I hate you. I really do. I really do hate you, but I don't even know why I have you. She is a hybrided orbital spider. I caught her. She is mixed between a brown orbital spider and a brown house spider. And she's mixed. She's three different spiders. She's a brown house spider, a orbital spider, and a black weaver spider. She is probably one of the most venomous species right now in my room. She can put me in the hospital. And she is literally sitting right at the door. She is literally sitting right at the door. Ain't that a beauty? Beautiful, but terrifying. She will get about that big. She is still a baby. She's still a big baby. Also very venomous. I'm going to piss it off. About 3.5 seconds. Hi, how you doing? You want to give me kisses? Terrifying. I say terrifying. It's like, hey, let me out of this jail cell. Fuck no. She is literally she's almost like a black widow. She can kill me if she can. If she gets a chance. That's why I'm being very careful. And she's lightly grabbing onto this. Oh my god, look at those fangs. Come on, focus. Focus on the spider. There it goes. Yeah. You can see the red and the brown right here. She is a very terrifying spider. And I am literally pissing it off. Because I'm poking it. Because I do not want her on the cage. Yes, I know, I am pissing you off. What are you gonna do? Bite me? Yes, if I let you out. She is terrifying. She's probably one of the biggest spiders I am terrified of. And I have it as a pet. She bolts. I'm jumping. She bolts. I'm jumping. Oh, she didn't bolt. Oh, there she is. Oh, look at that. There she goes. Look at that beautiful body. I'm going to flop the cage around. She is literally about as big as this piece right here, that metal piece. You see how I have, ew, fuck. Son of a bitch, I put the cage top on bottom. This piece right here is supposed to be on the bottom. Well, time to piss it off and make it go back for a treat. Come on, retreat. There she goes. Thank you. I didn't mean to be such a bitch, but I don't like you. You can stay the fuck over there. Well, I swap your cage around. Well, your door. There we go. So now I feel a lot safer when I go and feed her. Of course, she's not happy about it that I squirt her cage down, but there she is, everybody. My lovely orbital spider. She is a nasty, nasty little bitch. So if you get bit by this, you're in a little bit of trouble. Bum, 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 bum. Nope. But that cricket over there is not liking the concept that it's still stuck in the web. So I'm just gonna lovely put her back. Of course, my good phone decided to get wet. Oh, how lovely. A lovely little sight to see. It's freaking bogus. Okay, so I'm going to set that back. I'm going to set these guys, set this lamp right back on the cage where these guys belong. These guys are all healthy, which are my mice. I'm going to give them light to see. Like, basically, they are nocturnal. Basically, they're my feeders for my lovely snakes. He is a... She's a $1,400 snake, rarity. He is another $1,400. I have $2,800 right here in this tank. But I make sure no one comes at me with these reptiles because they're very expensive. And very... So now, I'm going to come over here. I'm going to set you guys down so I can take this lovely cage of mine, which is right here, and set it back on my big tank. Of course, the crickets and stuff like that. I have a fly web, basically a fly trap for the orbital spider, because she doesn't like to eat the crickets because she's a very picky woman. Reminds me of my mother. So now we are going to shut this light off. We are actually going to come out of my room. Hi there, Georgie. We are going to also shut that off. So they have all the rooms. So it's going to be dark about a little while. I'm going to shut that room off. I have a cat named Georgie. Georgie! Hi there, George. Got my bubby boy. My lovely boy. Huh. You're my gorgeous boy. You're also very jealous, too. I don't know why, but he is a very jealous cat. Shut up, dogs! Of course, my dogs. My lovely living room. All eccentric. If you come over here, my fish tank. This is now the only fish tank in my house. I have... This is called Godzilla. This is Trinity. Larry, Curly, and Moe, which are the Three Stooges. I got Dragon. And I got Flash, which is the half-breed. My silver dollar fish. Of course, I did not buy these. Okay, why do you guys have to take the spotlight of Blue? Get off her. I didn't buy her. Caught her. Same with him. That's Scorpion. That's Blue. We got Pinky and Blue, which are the two neon tetras I saved for my mom and dad's. This tank, actually. before that, so I've been monitoring them. Out of all these fish, that one and Godzilla are the oldest out of the tank. And breed-wise, these orange swordtail platies, which are the hybrids, they are the oldest. That silver dollarfish is 7 years old. This Picossamus is 7 years old. All the other fish are brand new still, except the breeds. They are about 3 years old, 3 years old. Of course, I have the different tanks. I have a cross in the tank to keep the rarity in the tank and stuff like that. Like if one fish dies, it goes to heaven. I believe in Christianity and all stuff. Georgie, come here. Watch this. This cat is freaking smart. George, up, 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 up. Come on. Good boy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come here. Good boy. Good boy. He is a lovely stray that I got a long time ago, and he's such a good boy. Yes, you are. Yes. The only thing he won't go back is by the couch section. I don't know why. He used to go back there all the freaking time, but he doesn't do it no more. He bit me twice, and I had to throw him in the basement. I literally had to throw him in the basement because he bit me and I had to lock the door. He actually turned on me about 4.5 seconds. I don't know why. Where's Ella? Ella! Ella! What the heck? Where's Ella? I have another cat. Of course, I have my guitar, my nice furniture, all that stuff. But we have to go find my other cat. But she's outside. Ella! Ella! Ella May! Yeah, of course, I live in town. But in the back half, I have birds. Yes, I have chickens. They're lovely. They're pretty. I love them to death. But it still smells like animal shit out here, though. But that's normal. Okay, so I'm going to have to go into the computer den for this, which I just go flick. Come in here. We need a flashlight. That's not going to work. Wow. Where do all the flashlights go? That's the first I can't find a flashlight. Usually they're all hiding there. Okay. Well, we're gonna have to come out here. Stay. Okay, so we are in the back. We're going to the backyard, everybody, which is literally. I gotta close this up. Well, it's Georgie's gonna escape, and I don't want that cat outside yet. Not at this time of night. So we are gonna go back in the back half. Of course, I'm gonna turn on a light. But I have chickens back here. See? I have hens. You guys can barely see them. Hey, mamas. Don't mind me, big girl. I got Rosalina here, which is my fair is the fair is coming up. I can't wait till the fair comes because it's fair season. Hello. Okay, come on. Where's the light? Where's the lamp? Click. Ah, shit. See. I don't like the looks of that webbing. That webbing kind of scares me. Hey, get it back on. But yeah, we got Goldie, Cookie. What you doing, big girl? You getting cranky? We got Goldie, Brownie. Jojo and Rose are in the back half back here. We have the light right here, which is blinding as balls. What I'm gonna do is I'm going to. Ooh. Oh. Look at that, everybody. That's a lovely egg. I'll take that from you. Do you have any more? Nope. But there's a Jojo right there. So we're gonna watch out for her. Jojo is a very mean bird. Yes, she is. She already tried pecking me. She already tried pecking me. I don't want to disturb them. But yeah, it's night outside. I'm literally by a grocery store, which is the best thing. That's a pretty moon. But I got my backyard. Tomorrow I am actually going to do a video on my new birds, which are the 3 hens that we decided to get. I'm going to do a backyard, intervene with the dogs and all that stuff. I did decide to try to plant some chicken and hens, which